And one of Spokane's best players so far has been the Northwest League's leading hitter, Jared Thomas. KREM 2 Sports Director Andrew Quinn sat down with Thomas to discuss his Texas upbringing and his red-hot start to the season in our latest episode of Caboose Convos.
Was the goal from when you were a little kid to always play something at UT, or what was that like in trying to earn an offer to go to Texas?
Yeah, for sure. So I always thought, I'm a pretty confident kid, so especially as a freshman, I'm still a little peewee, like 5'6", 5'8", 150 pounds, so a little squirt, but I always thought I was good enough to go play somewhere, but I really didn't know I was good enough to play somewhere. So, it was kind of tough playing on a really good summer team where you got guys getting offers from all over the country and you're just kind of sitting there waiting for your body to kind of, grow up a little bit, mature, get some physicality on you, get taller, put a little muscle on. So, it wasn't until my junior year of high school that I really hit that growth spurt, but luckily enough, I was playing second base, made a really good diving play, like to my left, I think, and Texas happened to be there. So, me and my dad took that first phone call together, teared up a little bit. It was definitely an emotional phone call, but that's what, we worked so hard for, was to go play at University of Texas, so it worked out.
And then talk to me about last year, because, your numbers were ridiculous.
Yeah.
Was there something you maybe worked on in the summer that had kind of translated, or do you think it was just all the work you'd put in was finally paying off at that point?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of both. I know, I dealt with a back injury after my freshman year, so I got to stay back in the summer in Austin rehab and, get to work with some guys, and luckily Tula was around, and me and Tula spent a lot of time in the cage that off season and that fall of my before last year, and so we really wanted to do more damage, I guess. That was really the ultimate plan, is to just kind of I thought I was good enough, bat to ball wise, that I could sacrifice a little bit of it to get some more power, and that's what I think we really tapped into last year. And by doing that, I think all the numbers went up, which were good. Definitely learned something, but last year was a huge part of where I'm at right now, for sure.
And then coming into the Rockies organization, what has that been like, and what are your first kind of impressions of the people, the coaches that you've gotten to work with so far?
I think we're working. I think, we haven't had the most success here recently, but I think we're trending in the right direction, especially with all the young talent we have in the minor leagues right now. So I think the Rockies definitely have something to look forward to here in the next few years. And then, I think we've, at least in my draft class, we have a great group of guys so far. Like being here with Charlie, Cole, those kind of guys, Hunter Omelet, those guys, even Eaton, who's been throwing the ball really well. That's very promising. So I'm excited for everything that we have going forward, for sure.
And you mentioned being a confident guy, but seeing your work translate so far this season and being among the top hitters in the Northwest League, just kind of that early success, what does that mean to you, and how much does that push you to get better?
Yeah, it means a lot, but at the same time, I got to keep going. I want to be one of the best hitters towards the end of the year as well. And it's just, that's what I did in the offseason, was just work, man. That's the only thing I really know, I guess. Just getting after it day in and day out. A lot of these guys are pushing me. Skylar Messenger's done a really good job of challenging me throughout this season. Trevor Burmeister's done a great job as a hitting coach. Keeping my head in a strong place, and so we're just going to keep getting after it, hopefully win some more games. Be good at the end of the year.